Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today my girl Devin's in my chair and we're gonna fix her hair up. She went from dark color box dye permanent, I believe, and another stylist got her to this point with several sessions and done a great job. It's not something easy to do. I've done it so many times before, but today we're gonna pop it a little bit more and add a little bit of fun into it. So keep watching. So if you've been an OG Brett Ryan supporter for the last few years that I've been here on YouTube and had my hair career, you know that I used to always love Schwarzkopf Blondie. It's been my holy grail throughout the years. I always go back and forth between that. I used to love Goba Oxycure. You guys know I love Joico Blonde Life. Lately I've been settling in with Joico Blonde Life. I get no swelling, great lift. It's very consistent all the time. Know what it's going to do. Schwarzkopf, we all know that it develops a lot of swelling issues for so many different reasons. Every time I think I crack the code, I don't. Well, they just, what I've been told, reformulated and they rebranded. So we are going to test it today. I'm going to use it on her. Schwarzkopf is very gentle, but yet has a lot of punch. I'm going to mix up 20 volume with a 1/16 ounce of Olaplex. And I stand corrected. I'm using Fiber Fix, which is Fenola's version of a bond builder. I loved it. I've used it for years. I have so much of that they sent me over the past couple of years. So I've been using that lately. I still do love Olaplex as well. I'm actually purchasing it today. But I'm going to do that. And then I'm also going to add a low light. Guys, if you hear a dog in the background, please ignore it. I'm in my backyard right now. I'm getting ready to run to the salon to do my friend Jess's extensions and then go out. It's Thursday, my day off technically, but I want to get these videos done for you guys. So we're going to add a low light. Joico Lumishine I've been loving a lot again lately, and they actually added some different tones. So now they have NBs and they also have Gs. If you know me, you know I love gold in my filler for my low lights with my blonde. So we're going to do mostly 6N with just a drop of 7G. At first glance, you can probably already tell we are doing a dimensional stitch today. I want more dimension. I want to see variation in her hair. So this is still the Sinful technique. It's back to back to back to back, no subsections. The only subsection with my technique is whatever's left out of the stitch. I love my blondes and my colors to look like they're growing out of the head, hence the name Sinful. Looks like it's going against nature because it looks so real and realistic. So even though I do have my stitch I go to and I love and most of my clients get, which we call the Sinful stitch, because it's a mix of my what I used to call baby light, but it's really like my own way of stitching. It's not your typical up and down motion. I almost spin the comb in a way. I'm gonna have to do an in-depth video and actually like zoom in and break it down and really explain it for you guys. But it gives me a stitch kind of in a different direction, but it still looks like it could be a slice. At the same time, it's still a baby light, it's still a stitch, but it's a mix of those two in one. And that's what 90% of my clients want. Well, 95% I would say. But then some of my clients still like to see a little bit of variation in dimension. And when I want to do that, I do a traditional stitch, which is, you know, the up and down traditional stitching way. However, mine will never be chunky. I don't do chunky highlights. It's just not my style. So think of a normal person's baby light. That's what my dimensional stitch is. It's your really close together stitch where you still see variation, but it's not chunky. I hope that makes sense. We are going to tip out every single subsection. I want to make sure we kick out all the brass that's remaining from that old color. So we're going in, we're taking smaller sections, we're just really packing in those foils here throughout her head as we do the low lights. This will be great because at the end, when we're all said and done, those low lights are going to be beautiful against the tone that we're kicking out, which will be the nicer blonde, since there won't be any more orange or brass left in the hair. The only place there will be dimension in the whole entire head will be in the 1 to 3 inch area where we can't get in between those foils, but that's okay because that helps it grow in better. And I don't mean the only place we'll see the dimension. We will see the lowlights, but I mean what is not going to be kicked out that was in the hair from the starting point, if that makes sense. So once I do finish packing in all these foils, what we did, because I did forget the toning footage because we got carried away. She's my friend. We were talking, catching up. What I did was I did rinse the back first because Schwarzkopf works very quickly. She lifted amazing, but she has had her hair done several times with lightener. She has cut it every time, but we're going to cut it again today. But I just wanted to make sure her hair stayed healthy as possible. So we did rinse the back first, something I normally don't do. We put a treatment on it and then we let the front catch up and process. And then we ended up going and toning. So for her root shadow, I wanted to have it really prominent, so I went with my handy dandy Joico Lumishine. I did 6N, 6NA equal parts. She is a level 6. I love doing the root color with the natural base. I do break the rules sometimes to go outside of that box, but very, very specific reasons only. I'm going to do an in-depth video. I've been promising it for 2 years to do an updated version on that, but I'm going to, and I promise it'll be out soon. But after that, we shadowed her and we toned her globally, easy and peasy with just 10G everywhere with Gold Bar Colorants. You guys, look how beautiful this is. When I bend it, you can see more of the true tone because obviously the light in here sucks. But she has dimension. I did my thicker dimensional stitch. Those low lights came through beautifully. 6 and 7G, the new G series from Joico Lumishine. It's gorgeous. And that's in here. We're gonna use the ring light. Her hair feels better now than it did before. Like, I'm not even kidding. And like the money pieces, like look at that. So beautiful, you guys. Gorgeous. I love it. As I say every day, it always looks warmer on the root in here because these damn lights. But look at that tone, look at that color. She said she's never been this bright before. I'm gonna cut it and I'll show you guys once we style and everything with the ring light. All right guys, that's gonna do it for us here today. Another tutorial is now in the history books. Look how beautiful this color came out. I'm so proud of it, so happy with it. She loves it, I love it. And I'm so happy that she finally got the color she wants. She's been trying to go blonde for so long. I met her like a year and a half ago and I watched her journey. And I gotta give props because Christine was the one that got her to this point. I love her. A lot of people don't know this, but she actually found me on Instagram and lived in a town over, but we found out we actually live down the street from each other now. But I will link her Instagram here and give her a shout out because she did her hair. She is her hairdresser. She let me borrow her for this video. And she's amazing. She sent me clients when nobody believed in me and I just started and I was working at a salon in Warwick that you guys first remember. So I love you, Christine. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. As always, so long for now, guys. Mwah!